to my channel and happy Halloween. Today I'm going to tell you a story, a true story that happened to me and my little sister. This is a paranormal story, and it doesn't really matter if you believe in the paranormal or not. I'm just going to tell you what we experienced, and it's up to you if you choose to believe it or not. I can just tell you that it absolutely, truly happened, and I have photo evidence of what we saw. I'm going to start by telling you guys that I don't believe in ghosts. I am what you would call a healthy skeptic, and I always try to find a logical explanation for anything and everything that I see or hear or experience. I feel like I am kind of a sensitive. I've had experiences my entire life. Almost every house I lived in as a kid, the house I live in now, lots of experiences. And I think that I just notice things going on around us that maybe other people don't pick up on. But every time something happens, I still try to find a logical explanation for it. If I ever have something happen that I can, or I think I can explain away, then I will just forget it and move on. If something happens and I can't explain it with any type of logical explanation, in my mind it becomes, that could have been something. It's never, this is 100% what this was. I know for a fact this was a ghost or whatever. I never go all the way there. I just go, I can't explain that. That was really weird. So I like to think I'm a very logical person. So I've had a lot of experiences, and all of these things that have happened to me, all I can do is tell you about them. I have no proof or evidence of any of those. So I'm not going to tell you those stories in today's video. I have actually done a video on some of my paranormal experiences before, way back in the beginning of my channel. But today I'm going to focus on something that happened in my mom's house. I was not physically there at the time that this happened. This happened, I want to say maybe 12, 13 years ago, somewhere around there. My mom and my little sister, who was maybe around 13 or so at the time, were the only two people home. It was around 11 p.m. It was late at night, and I was sitting on Facebook, and my sister was also at the time on Facebook, and she kept using her webcam to take pictures of herself, and then she would upload it. And every time one popped up on Facebook that she had just uploaded, I would look at it. All these different pictures that she kept taking and posting. She had just, I think, got a haircut that day, which is why she was doing it, I think. I think she got her bangs cut. And there is one photo that she takes where she's actually pointing to her bangs. She's pointing to her bangs, I think, just to show, hey, I got my bangs cut, in that picture. And she, like I said, she was taking a whole bunch of pictures, taking it and posting it. And she posted the one where she's pointing at her bangs, and then she took a couple more and she posted those. And as I'm looking through these pictures, as she's posting them, it's all happening at the same time. I was either commenting on her pictures as they popped up, or I was DMing her. It was too long ago, I can't remember, but we were conversing in some way. And in the picture where she's pointing to her bangs, there's someone standing behind her. So I was like, oh, well, who's in your room? And she's like, no one. And I was like, well, someone staying the night? And she's like, no. And I was like, well, there's like someone standing behind you in the picture you posted of your bangs. And she's like, what? And she looks and she sees it. She's like, there's no one here. She's like, Mom's the only one here, and she's out in the living room. And even if it was my mom, my mom looks nothing like the figure in the picture. This is the only picture that this figure shows up in. She was taking these photos back to back. She took a bunch before and a bunch after, and there's only one photo with this figure. This figure, to me, looks like a demon. I said I don't believe in ghosts, and I don't, because I don't believe that we would die and then get stuck on earth as a ghost or a spirit. That's just my beliefs. I think that we either go to heaven or hell when we die, and that's it. What I do believe is that when you experience something on earth, it's a demon most of the time, but I think you can also be visited by angels, guardian angels. Maybe you can have an experience from a loved one that's showing you that they're there with you, but they're not physically there haunting your house maybe, but they can do stuff to show you. I think that is real, but not that they're like stuck on earth as a ghost. But I do believe that most things that people experience, again, this is just my personal belief, these things are demons. I have seen a demon with my own eyes. I know it was a demon when I was 16 years old, and it scared me a lot. This is very different than what I experienced, because what I experienced, there was no shape, there was no details, there was no face. But in this picture, my little sister is sitting at her webcam, and right behind her right shoulder is someone standing there. It is clear as day a picture of a face, a dark figure. There's a face, there's hair, there's clothing, there's a body, there's a mouth, a nose, eyes, all of these details are in this picture. The coloring of this person is different than the coloring of the photo. And I know that a lot of people will think, oh, well, this was a prank and they took this photo and did a Photoshop thing with it, or something. But my sister was like 12, 13 years old. She would never do stuff like that. And somebody in my family, I believe, took this picture to a professional to get checked out to make sure that nothing had ever manipulated that photo in any way, and they said it hadn't been manipulated or changed in any way. That was the photo. I'm gonna put this photo up now, and I don't even have to explain to you where to look. You'll see it. Here's the picture. You see my sister in the front pointing at her bangs. To our right is like her dresser behind her in her bed, but to our left, behind that shoulder, her right shoulder, there is a person standing there. You can see the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the hair, or the hood, I guess, and a just black underneath it, like it could be a black robe or something, but it's just a person. But it looks evil to me. It's so dark, and there's these weird anomalies when you zoom in to look real close to it that don't make sense. Now, the reason why this is so creepy, the photo itself is very creepy, but it's also creepy because we do believe that house, and that room especially, is haunted, because the dog won't go in that room. She'll go anywhere but that room. We've walked in that room before and heard growling, and it's not the dog growling. The dog won't go near that room. We've heard growls coming from that room. My sister went in there once because, it's her room, and she was in there and something scratched her, something that she couldn't see, and in a place where she could not have reached herself, so there were scratch marks on her. We've had weird experiences in that house for a long time, but it was so real and scary for my sister that she moved out of that bedroom and she never went back. She never, ever slept in that room again. I believe that this is a demon. You guys can believe whatever you want to believe, but I believe it's a demon. We obviously don't know why it happened, what it wanted, but I've never seen any other photos that look like this one that people have put out and said, I think my house is haunted. Usually things are just a smoky look, or like a shadow, or something that your brain could be misinterpreting as a face in something when there's no face there at all. But to me, in this is plain as day a person standing behind her, a demon. But I've never seen evidence that good before on any type of TV show or paranormal investigation. I'm very curious to know if anyone else has ever seen anything quite like this. I promise you, this is real. This is a true story. This is not a manipulated photo. We just still don't know to this day what that was. And it's really creepy. And it scares a lot of people. I've looked at this photo so many times that it doesn't freak me out anymore. But yeah, it did used to freak me out a lot in the beginning. Because who knows? Who knows what that thing is? It's really scary. I guess that is gonna do it for my Halloween special story. True story. I swear to you, it's a true story. This is real. If you guys would ever like me to do another video talking about other experiences that I've had, I don't mind doing that again, because like I said, the other one that I did was at the beginning of my channel, and I was still kind of awkward on camera then. My videos weren't as good, but I could always try to make another one. But let me know what you think of this video and this story. Leave it in the comments. Hit like if you enjoyed it. Share it with other people to give them a little scare for Halloween. I hope you guys had a really fun Vlogtober watching my vlogs, and I hope you all have a really, really cool Halloween. Happy Halloween!